Okay, just giving a quick update where we're at here. You can see I've got the quarter panel kind of mocked in position. I was able to hammer and dolly that bottom lip up enough that will tuck into that rocker panel nicely, and we will keep that, we'll maintain that rocker panel line, that door gap at the bottom. So we've got that taken care of, but here comes another problem. And this is very common with reproduction panels. I haven't found a single panel yet that doesn't need some modifications, and you Mustang guys will know that a lot of these panels come in a bit long. Now if you measure this panel from the door gap here all the way to the back to that corner, this panel measures over a 1/4 inch longer than that panel back there. And that is an original Ford panel that somebody unfortunately screwed up while trying to butcher it and get it on this car. So that panel is not usable, at least not in the sense of keeping it within budget. So that's why we went with this panel here. But when you run into this, for you guys that are going to be doing this, tackling a job like this on your own, when you run into this, you need to determine what part of the panel was manufactured incorrectly. Where is it too long? Is it too long up front? Is it too long in the back? I've seen a lot of guys cut all of this back here, take a small slice out, slide that back. Hey, we solved our problem. Well, actually you didn't. You've actually created more problems, because what happens is you end up losing this shape right here. This will no longer match with the rear deck filler panel and everything else, where it matches up on the windows with the gutter, drip rails, everything else. Stuff just won't match up right because you've shoved it back too far. Where they stamp these panels, if you shove it back too far, the stamping is now too far back. So what I found out is, you can kind of see I have a measurement there from a theoretical sharp corner of 12.5 inches. Now if we go over to this original Ford panel over here, and I'm going to try to lay this tape on here so you guys can see where we're at. I'm not having too much success, but if I put it on here, sorry about that guys. If I lay this on here, what do we have? We have 12.25. There's that 1/4 inch. So that tells us that the front of this panel is too long. So what I'm going to have to do, and this is for all you guys again, if you're going to attempt this yourself, that's fantastic, but you need to determine where the panel is long. I'm going to have to slice a section, a 1/4 inch section out of this front of this piece, and then slide this lip, slide this finished lip here back a 1/4 inch, and then that will give me everything I need, because as you can see here, I can't even close the door because of that gap. It's just not going to work. So we get that 1/4 inch off of there. I'm actually going to take a little less at first. We're going to kind of nip away at it. As always, remember, it's easier to remove material than it is to add material. So I'm going to keep nipping away at this thing. We got to take a slice out of that to get that to work, and then we can see how the rest of the panel fits. We're really good on the wheelhouse. I think I've got the wheelhouse pretty close to where it's going to sit in the car. You can see there's a little bit of it hanging out in front there, and I think that's just a difference in the shape of the quarter panel and the wheelhouse. So the wheelhouse is going to need some hammer and dolly work as well. But we'll keep plugging along with this thing. I'll keep updating you as you go. As always, hit the like button, subscribe. Stay tuned for more on Frankenstang.